So if you're a teenager and you're reading this book, first of all, I just want to acknowledge you because it takes a lot of courage and inner wisdom to self-reflect and look at yourself and say, yes, I would like to improve upon myself, and so I can be better at dating or any other activity that I'm going to be doing as a teenager. So I want to take the moment now in the middle of this book to just acknowledge you for that. Continuing on, I want to talk to you about an important element of human psychology. I call it WIFFM. This stands for What's in it for me. What's in it for me means what's in it for me is the communication, is what's in it for me is the channel that most people are listening to, if you were to picture it as a radio station. Most people are concerned with how things affect them. They're concerned with what's going to happen and how they might benefit from it. We tend to internalize everything that happens around us, and we experience everything thinking that we are the cause or somehow effect of what is happening. This is important to acknowledge, especially if you're a teenager. So, what does this mean? As you're dating the other partner, one of the best things you can do is talk to them about them, because they're already listening about them. They're already concerned with what is about them, especially as a teenager. So it's a great idea and a great way to start conversation with someone if you want to talk about them, what their interests are. This is also a great way to build friendship, and as I've mentioned, friendship is going to be extremely important for you to move into the dating realm of your relationship. There's a saying that I heard on a movie somewhere. I heard Dan Aykroyd say, interested is interesting. And I found that to be so true. Interested is interesting. Someone who takes genuine interest in another person tends to be the light of the room and tends to have lots of people interested in them. So make sure to take on that type of personality trait, and you'll find that your dating will improve dramatically. People will want to be around you, not just the opposite sex, but also the same sex. Because one of the basic human needs of people is to feel important. If you can make others feel important, you will become someone that others will feel important. It's the repercussion of energy. Whatever you send out will come right back to you. Excuse me, it is the reciprocation of energy, not the repercussion. Well, it is a repercussion also. Come to think of it. The desire to be important is so powerful, it causes people to engage in odd behavior, such as violent behavior. John Dillinger is a good example. He once was running from the FBI and broke into a house, and in the middle of running from the FBI, yelled to the family, "I'm John Dillinger. I'm not going to kill you, but I'm John Dillinger," then ran out. It was more important for him to be known as FBI's #1 criminal, and for him to feel important because of that, than to continue to run from the FBI. Lincoln was motivated by feeling important. Columbus, Catherine the Great, all of these people were motivated by the need to feel important. Without the need to feel important, our society would not be what it is today. So the best thing that you can do as you're dating your boyfriend or girlfriend is to make them feel important. Each of us has an ego. Wayne Dyer describes the ego as an acronym, EGO, edging God out. And I found that to be so true. Our ego rules us. Most of the time, we are not doing the behaving or the activity. Our ego is. It's only when we can be consciously aware of who we really are that the ego disappears. Disappearing your ego is one of the best things that you can do for your dating life. Disappearing your ego allows magic to happen in your relationship. So the question is, how can you take out the ego? Well, as I said earlier, one of the best things that you can do is to take moments of just pause and reflection. Don't talk. Just listen. Hear the voice inside your head that is about to talk. Now, if you don't think there is a voice inside your head, I'm going to pause this book right now and let you listen to the voice that is talking and saying probably something like, "What voice? I don't have a voice. There's no voice inside my head. This guy is crazy. I don't know what he's talking about." That's the voice. That's the voice that I'm talking about. This is the ego. This is not who you really are. This is an alternate consciousness that is ruling you. The purpose of the ego is to make you feel safe and comfortable and familiar in your own safety zone. So the best thing that you can do is to be silent, be still, and take breaths. In fact, I always recommend in a lot of my books meditation. Meditation is so important because it's going to allow you to take the time to feel deep down inside who you really are. And as I said, I believe that this is one of the best things that you can do for your dating, because when you get in touch with who you really are, when you love yourself, you're going to find that you're going to become a different person. And when you become that different person, that's when you're going to see your dating life take off and be exciting and just exactly the way that you want it to be. Another topic I want to touch on is the 5 love languages. Most of us experience love in 5 different ways. Through what we hear from another partner, the time that our partner spends with us, the gifts that our partner gives to us, physical touch, and service. So one of the best things that you can do is to study your future dating partner and find out how do they like to feel love expressed to them. It's almost like you're in college and you're studying for an exam. You want to really take the time to study your partner as much as possible. Get to know this person inside and out. It will pay off in huge benefits if you can study your future partner or partner as you're dating them, like a college student would to pass the bar exam. Another topic I want to talk about is being right. As you'll find when you grow up to be an adult, one of the big things that adults do is they have a need to be right. Now, as a teenager, you want to nip this in the bud now. And again, as we talked about the ego earlier, the ego has a huge need to be right. So if you have a need to be right about something, this will only hurt your date life. So avoid being right at all costs. Let your partner be right. Let their perspective be the right perspective. You may not agree with it, but again, that is your ego that does not agree with it. So let your ego go. Allow them to be who they are, even if their opinion is completely wrong. This will create disappearance. What I mean is, when you allow someone to be who they are, they don't have the need to continue to fight. And when they don't have the need to continue to fight, they will drop the fight. And they will just give up being right about whatever it is that they are being right about.